Hey, look at me keeping up with my resolution. It's Valentine's Day, and you know what that means. Posting online about how lonely you are and how Valentine's Day is offensive to chronically single people in vain hopes that someone will reach out to you and change your life forever. But it wasn't always like this. In fact, Valentine's Day wasn't always a holiday, because believe it or not, most holidays had to actually be invented at some point in time. So come be my Valentine as we do a quick history of why we celebrate Valentine's Day. Like with most American celebrated holidays, Valentine's Day is a celebration of a saint, specifically Saint Valentine, and more specifically his execution. I guess celebrating isn't exactly the right word for this, but I'm sticking to it. There are actually 3 known saints by the name of Valentine, all of which were martyrs, which is the quickest and easiest path to sainthood. The first one just happened to be named Valentine at the time of his execution, so there's almost no relevance there. The other 2, according to the research of the Bollandist monks, seem to be Christian missionaries in the Roman Empire back before Christianity was cool with the Romans. Nothing new so far. The first and most popular Saint Valentine is said to have been convicted for his missionary position and imprisoned with a family as his jailers. While staying with the family, he heals his jailer's blind daughter and convinces them to convert through his miracles. The law's the law though, and the law says no miracles allowed, so he's executed. The second Valentine's story is so similar to the first that even the Bollandists reasoned that they might just be 2 slightly different accounts of the same Valentine. So you might have noticed that, besides the miracles, this story is kinda boring. And humans have a problem with boring. So what do? We make legends, which are like the intergenerational versions of fan fictions. So we decided that Valentine also married young couples against the emperor's will and wrote the first Valentine while he was imprisoned. To who, you might ask? Well, none other than the jailer's blind daughter. Don't get involved in legends or fan fictions, kids. But why did the holiday make the move towards love and companionship instead of just commemorating the martyrdom of Saint Valentine? Historians point to 2 reasons for this. The first, of course, is a pagan holiday that came before it. The celebration of Lupercalia was a fertility festival on February 15th, where the main event included running half naked along the streets and slapping women with bloody goat hides to make them more fertile. And if that sounds weird to you, remember that some people use healing crystals, so we haven't come that far. Anyways, the church likes to do this thing where they look at pagan festivals, take a saint who died around the date of that festival, incorporate some of the pagan themes, and outlaw the pagan festival itself so that everyone celebrates the Christian holiday by default. Voila! Everyone is Christian now. And not educating the masses on their own new religion will never have any long-lasting consequences. The second reason is basically that birds in Europe start mating around mid-February, and Europeans said, hey, would you look at that? The birds are doing it, why don't we too? And so it was ingrained into the culture. Romance and love became part of Valentine's Day rather than just being horny. Not that the 2 are mutually exclusive. Valentine then became another word for lover, especially in written love letters. In the 1840s, the mother of the Valentine, Esther A. Howland, started mass-producing the modern version of the Valentine's Day card. Chocolates and flowers followed because flowers are a sign of fertility and are pretty, and who doesn't love chocolate? Cupid is a leftover from the holiday's classic mythological roots. And the reason you take your date out to dinner on Valentine's Day is because you care about that person and you made a commitment, damn it. Just because it's a holiday funded by modern corporate greed doesn't mean you should neglect the chance to spend a night out with that special person. Go call them right now and take them to McDonald's if that's all you can afford. And if you work in the service industry, may St. Valentine take pity on your soul tonight. Good luck dealing with the guys that I just sent to you. And if you make YouTube videos, then Valentine's Day is the perfect opportunity to see if your fans will have some love in their hearts for you and donate to your Patreon. This video's donor shoutout goes to Marie Faye Richard. Marie Faye is my aunt, and she's part of the $5 tier, which gets you a shoutout at the end of my videos, so happy Valentine's Day, Aunt Marie Faye. And if you would also like a shoutout on Valentine's Day, then donate to my Patreon before the end of the day. There's a link in the description and at the end of the video, so you have no excuses. Alright, see you next time.